This is Jacob, otherwise known as JayJax. We are back with Dark Souls. We have just... we just attacked and got the... what is it? We just attacked Sif and got the ring that allows us to traverse the Abyss, Covenant of Artorias. This ring symbolizes not Artorias' covenants with the Beast of the Abyss. Nothing too particularly amazing. This just allows us to traverse the Abyss. So we are going to make our way in that direction. We need an item called the Transient Curse to do that. Because some of the enemies that we're going to fight down here cannot be damaged by normal means. Well, hold on while I ride this elevator down. I'm going to grab my dog real quick. She's going nuts. Alright, sorry about that. So the enemies here, we actually need to go to New Londo Ruins first. And there's a number of enemies we're going to fight, and they can't be damaged unless you meet a few specific requirements. One of which is you can either be cursed yourself, be inflicted with the curse status by the frogs. You can have a cursed weapon. There are a few weapons that deal damage to the ghosts. We don't have any of them, but they exist. Or you can use an item called a Transient Curse, which will allow you to damage ghosts temporarily. So these little white lines around me. So now we can hit this ghost. And they're not particularly strong, but they are obnoxious and they can attack at range. So they're best dealt with pretty quickly. Oh, I guess we had already gotten this. I normally run down there and take a death to get that Firekeeper's soul. Excuse me, but I didn't think I had done it on this playthrough. It seems that I did. So we're going to keep moving because those transient curses are on a timer. The ghosts have a chance to drop them, but we only have 2 as of right now. So we need to kind of be quick about it, about where we're traveling here. Yeah, they can hit you through walls, and they do. They're obnoxious. They're not particularly powerful. They really aren't. They do have a grab attack that can be a pain, and they tend to attack you through walls like that, or just in places that you didn't see coming. Yep, there's 2 more transient curses, so we're okay in that regard. You know, we might do, actually, we're not taking a lot of damage, so let's switch to the Ring of Evil Eye. Because these things are pretty easy to kill, and they are definitely going to try to swarm us. So no reason not to take advantage of all that. Item over here, and can you see that ghost in the wall? Yep, you and me both. Here's the parrying dagger. Not a particularly amazing item. More just a trap from that ghost. And we're about to encounter a unique ghost, actually. That ghost right there in the corner. She actually is a unique model. Only one like her in the game. Let's take a look at what she's on about. She's actually holding a little baby and a dagger. She does this yell attack that if she gets it off, it can be kind of a pain. A few more transient curses. Obviously, the idea of just using transient curses and moving forward slowly is one of the intended paths. Kick this down here. So alright, so we're just going to move. There's going to be a ton of ghosts stabbing us up through the floor, stabbing us over here. At least trying to. We're going to do the ghost house. I don't normally do the ghost house. I normally just make a jump right here and run around. Ow. But for the sake of doing it, we're gonna do, for the sake of getting the content out, we are gonna do the ghost house. Which sucks. It's extremely obnoxious. And enemies attack you through walls and through the floor and through the ceiling. And there's just very little fun about it. Yep. Not a lot of good times to be had in the ghost house. Green Titanite Shard. Again, another way to build up some enchanted weaponry. And if you're thinking, wow, he's killed a lot of these ghosts, you know, there can't be that many more, you're wrong. Because there are always more. And they all live in this house. There are always more, and they all suck. Especially in here, they're going to attack you from walls, ceilings, floor. You're never going to see them coming. Oh, we got to do that again. Ow. Curse Bite Ring. Oh, she's up here. I did get her with the upswing of my sword there, so that's nice. There is a decent amount of a vertical hitbox on this weapon, so we might actually be okay. We might actually have a decent weapon for this situation. It is not often that I get to say that. However, it's not often that it's a concern, because it is definitely not often that I'm even in this goddamn place. Oh, just kidding. There's two of those screaming mother ghosts. Go, what up, buddy? So this is kind of the central room of the ghost house. The problem is you need to make your way up here, and the ghost can just float through that chimney and beat the shit out of you, and that's a problem. So we're going to clear out the ghost house before we go up there. I actually think we're okay for the most part. Oh, he says getting stabbed through the wall and ceiling simultaneously. So those ghosts are now aggro, and they don't have collision. So that's kind of where the problem comes in. Is that they're following you, and you really don't have a good way to funnel them in any direction. So you kind of just have to deal with them as they come. And it's always a pain because you never really are properly equipped to deal with enemies, because, you know, obviously weapon strikes are going to contact the wall. You know, yada, yada, yada. What up, buddy? I have the Lord Vessel, exactly. Seek 4 kings. It's key to the seal. Thank you, sir. So normally if we would go here, this is the guy that's going to tell us Arturius traversed the Abyss. If you can find him and learn from him, the Abyss proves surmountable. And that would be your key to look in the forest and to grave rob Sir Artorias. I actually think there's something up here. Oh, there he is. I just can't get to it right now. Okay. So yeah, that's your in-game clue to look for the grave of Sir Artorias. Not too particularly helpful insofar as telling you where to go, but it's the most help you're going to get in a game like Dark Souls. Honestly. So normally the path I would take through here is I just wouldn't even go in the ghost house. I would just kind of make a jump right here. You just go skip. You just make that jump. And then I would hang it right up here and just dip. Just skip this whole place. I have trouble believing that that wasn't the reason they put that jump there, is so that people didn't have to do this terrible area. But I mean, I can't really say for sure. Is that humanity right there? Nothing particularly special about it. We're going to grab this item over here as well. Rare ring sacrifice. There's another... the rare rings of sacrifice actually break curses, which I find really interesting. That is another one of the ways to get rid of a curse, is with a rare ring of sacrifice. Nullifies curse. So we technically have 3 ways to break a curse. If we get cursed, we can just jump off of a cliff with the rare ring of sacrifice on, and we will awaken uncursed. That is a way to do it. Not my favorite way. Not really even the best way, but it is definitely a way. Alright, so the lore of this area is that New Londo was a city of undead. It was a fully fleshed out city, and the undead lived there. And the dark wraiths came about, and so in order to deal with the dark wraiths, they flooded the city. Ooh, composite bow. Composite bow is amazing. Probably the best bow in the game if you're using a quality build. Probably what we're going to be using from now on, because it scales with strength and dexterity. So this is the key to the seal. And this is the key that that guy just gave us. The guy that's watching over the 4 kings. We're going to release the floodgates, quite literally, and open up New Londo. However, obviously, this means that we let out the dark wraiths. So we're going to have to contend with them as we get further down into the level. But we'll be alright. Not super worried. And now we can pull this lever and raise this elevator. So I'm going to keep transient curses, although I'm like 98% sure we're not going to need them down here. Because I think down here is just dark wraiths and some other things, but no ghosts. Yeah, there's a dark wraith. They're the dragons. The red tear stone ring is up there, but we're not going to go for that. We want to fight this guy. Hey, buddy. Oh, I wanted to parry you. Come here, let me parry you. Stop kicking me. Oh my god, that attack is so slow, and that one's faster. Oh, I didn't have stamina left for the riposte. So that's actually a unique attack. They drain your humanity. Let's just kill this guy. Oh, he... Hey, let me parry you. Oh my god. So, yeah, that sucks. That's okay though. I gotta get the timing for these guys down anyway. Warp. Oh, there's nothing close, is there? Lovely. That's okay. There is actually a shortcut to this area. Believe it or not. And it'll give us an opportunity to get another item. We'll just go there a different way. It'll be fine. Because now that we opened up the back door, or rather the floodgates, we can use that as a method to get into New Londo. Go out and around this way. Going to walk by this big ass zombie dragon where we got our shield at the start of the game. Basically just go through the Valley of Drakes. So there's kind of a trick to this guy. You can run up here. And if you have ranged attacks, you're pretty much just free to do whatever the hell you want to this guy. He's not a fan of fire, to say the least. Oh, my other spell's Poison Mist. Damn. So yeah, this is probably the best way to fight this guy. Pack some fire attacks and just stand up here. If you don't do that, you're just gonna have to bait out his breath and run around it. And then roll the claw and kind of rinse and repeat. This is in and of itself a pretty boring fight, honestly. Ow. Probably should stop playing around and actually, like, focus and try to kill this guy. So you kind of just want to stay back, bait out the straight line breath, and just kind of get the claw. That's more or less the strategy for killing this guy. Not too particularly difficult, only gives you 3,000 souls in a dragon scale. Not even really worth killing, but he's definitely killable. What is significantly more difficult are these guys that we're about to fight. We're actually going to equip a different shield. Our gargoyle shield has good lightning resist. So does our wooden shield, actually. We're going to equip the wooden shield. Does it have 100% fizz block? 93%. This will be fine. We can use this shield. Better stability than Grass Crest and... So these guys can be chain staggered, as you saw. A lot of, as a heavy weapon character, that's kind of the strategy you want to go for. Just stagger, 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 stagger. Yep, nothing too particularly difficult. We're going to piss off one of these guys. And just fight them one at a time. Hey, come over here, buddy. Stop it. Stop it. Oh. Oh, I didn't let him recover first before I tried to stagger him again. Ow. Hey, come on down here. Thank you. Did I just crit him with an arrow? Can they get poisoned? They can. Interesting. Time for more fun with poison. There's the brigand stuff, and that's also another spider shield. If you did not get it in the in the depths, you have one there that you can get. Lego. Ooh, a dragon scale. This is pretty much the offline way to get dragon scales en masse. If you're looking to farm them. These guys. There we go, and time for the last one. Thank you, sir. So the reason we killed those dragons and didn't just run through, one, because we got 9,000 souls out of the situation. But two, so we could get this item without having to come up with some tricky bullspit to get back out of here. This is the red tearstone ring. This is an incredibly powerful item that we're never going to use. Red tearstone ring basically gives you drastically increased offensive capability when right before you die. So when your health is like sub 20% or something, you deal significantly more damage than you would. Alright, we're going to get a parry this time. Ow, dick. This guy sucks. Oh, I'm just too slow. Thank you. Did that kill him? It did. Nice. So we're going to switch back to Ring of Steel Protection. Give us a little bit more armor against these guys. So these guys actually drop a lot of upgrade material. They can drop Titanite chunks. I believe they even have a rare chance to drop a Titanite slab. They're very, very good to farm if you don't suck at fighting them like I do. But we're going to get better at it. One right over here. There we go. Boom, and you're dead. Perfect. So this is an interesting area because it has a unique enemy. That big blob. That's. Oh, nice. First try. It spits out those skulls that we encountered in the catacombs. It's definitely creepy, but it's not particularly difficult to kill. It does give you this poisony goop effect. I wonder how to get rid of this. Okay, there we go. All right. So yeah, he's kind of obnoxious, but really not terrible to deal with. Outside of the little goop effect and the skulls that he spits out. Ow. Ow, shit. Ugh, I'm trying so hard to parry these guys. They deal a lot of damage. I might need to switch up my armor. We don't have, if I recall correctly, a ton of physical protection. So let's switch out some armor. So we're going to do that. That's actually going to lower our defense, but don't worry. 70. Yeah, we're going to big time boost our defense with Ornstein stuff. And then we're going to try to find a way to cut down weight so we can fast roll with this. Wow, the Painted Guardian is better than what we're using. It's kind of weird how it just has like the one leg, how it interacts with. You know what, on second thought, we don't really... Oh wait, could we... Hold on. Let's go. We're ready to rock. Now, how much armor can we squeeze out of this? Can we maybe equip Ornstein's gauntlets, perhaps? No, damn. We had 0.9 gauntlets on, so... Maybe we can... This isn't so bad. Tune magic. We're okay with the magic we have. Might do power within just for shits and gigs, but so another way, we're gonna actually show off a different way to get down there. Because there's a lot of ways to get into New Londo. We're gonna hold on. This hood looks dumb. There we go. Looks a little better. No, the thief mask is definitely the best. It is definitely the best. Three. 55. This crest shield's really good. Yeah, we'll do this. Still fast rolling. So, we're going to have to run through these ghosts because we do not have a transient curse effect on. But, it's not going to be a huge problem because we did unlock a shortcut. And that the ghosts deal physical damage, and right now we take very little physical damage. That's another good thing. Oh, come on, ma'am. Could you please? Could you please? There we go. We're just going to leave a ton of those angry ladies in our wake. That is fine. Got this. Excuse me. There is a Dark Wraith. Oh. Let's... Can't go around here. Let's just drop right here. Not a problem. So now we need to double back a little bit. Ma'am. Oh goodness, this is not great. In fact, this is terrible. It's improving slightly. My normal strategy for these guys is backstabs, not parries. And we might switch to doing that. I want to live in a world where I can use this shield. Wonder how that happens. Could I even... Now that we've kind of just accepted that backstabs are the way we're going to do this. 3.5. Is that lighter or heavier? Yeah, Chester's is heavier. Can we go back to our robes? We can fast roll. Can we fast roll without Havels? Damn. Okay, we're still using Havels, though. Just because this shield is sick. So we can no longer parry. We have a shield bash, though. So this is the room where we died. I believe. Yeah, it is. There it is. There's our corpse. Does this cleansing great shield not have 100% fizz block? It doesn't. Interesting. 80%. That's fine. It has 80% for everything, so it's amazing. And it's got like 70 poise, doesn't it? Yes, 77 stability, 80 for everything, and 70 for lightning. This is a pretty damn good shield. We are going to prioritize getting a specific item. And then we're actually going to dip out real quick and do some upgrades. Oh, damn it. Don't recall exactly where it is. But I know it's around here, and it's a very important item. It's not in here, is it? Negative. Here we are. Check the chest. Let's go. Very large ember. That allows us to ascend our weaponry to plus 15. You better believe we're going to have the biggest, baddest sword in town by the time this is all said and done. Yeah, we can just drop down here. So we came in that way. We used a different method of ingress to get back here. So now we're headed up this way. There's another blob guy. Oh, I'm glad I kept these transient curses, because I did not even recall that there were ghosts in this room. This is kind of an area that I tend to speed run a little bit. Just because, I mean, all these enemies are just kind of inconvenient to deal with. Let's go. Big deeps. Cool, huge black shield. Cool, massive sword. Cool treasure chest with a cool titanite chunk up in it. Alright, so... where is... Bip. So there is a faster way down here. This is actually the boss door. We're not going to fight it just yet. I need to unlock the shortcut here. And I'm going to be honest, I don't necessarily recall how. Again, this is an area I don't tend to spend a lot of time in. I tend to just run in, do what I need to do, and then get the hell out. Kind of hoping to get a black hand shield. So we can go through here. I know there's a shortcut. I know this. Where it is, though, is going to elude me for a little bit. It might be close to where we found the ember. No. Might be on the other side, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Maybe, let's hope so. Because I want to power up my weapon before I fight the boss here. But I don't want to have to run all the way back, you know? Oh, here we are. Hi, ladies. Ow. Alright, and that's all I've needed to see. Out of here. Okay. So we're going to take this ember that we just acquired back to the blacksmith. And he is just going to make some badass weaponry for us. Undead Parish. That's the one. Andre, I have a cool thing for you. I think you're gonna like it. Zweihander plus 11. Awesome. Reinforce a weapon. Where are you, Zweihander plus 11? Here we are. Titanite slab. This is a Zweihander plus 15. This is as strong as this Zweihander will ever get. 560 attack rating. This thing hits like a truck on steroids. It is a monstrosity. Let's see if we can upgrade some armor. Reinforce armor. What's some cool armor? Knight stuff. Wanderer stuff's kind of cool. Thief stuff's cool. Because you can upgrade armor in this game. And I think that we could upgrade Chester stuff and just play with that. I mean, we've been the Chester set for a hot minute, so. The Painted Guardian set. You know what I'm saying? You can't actually upgrade. You can't actually upgrade the set I'm wearing. Wait, can I upgrade this shield? What would that do? Nothing? Wow. Just increase the strike damage, huh? Man, that sucks. Wish I could, like, make it lighter. You know? That'd be fantastic. So let's... Okay, so we have our item. We have our weapon. We have our shield. Let's see if... Hold on. We're going to check. So what do my stats look like right now? 196. So just under 200 for all my physical defenses. And 200, 260, 170. So magic defenses all sit around 200 as well. Let's just look at like some of the lightest armor in the game and see what we can get away with. So now what are our stats at? 150s, and our magic defense is higher. Other defenses stay the same. Could we? We cannot even fast roll with the cleansing great shield with all of this, with the lightest armor in the game, or rather with some of the lightest armor in the game. It might actually be the lightest armor, but I'm not positive. Alright, so now you know that's not an option anyway. Because if that was the case, where I could fast roll with that, I was going to be sold. Actually, you know what? We can just use... Let's try all... Chester stuff. Oh, these are Chester's gloves. But the gloves we have on are just better. Okay, so we're going to wear those. Black leather boots. Are Chester's boots better? Yes, they are. So we can fast roll with this. We have Havels, so we can mid roll without it. And our defenses are looking less than they would be if we had we're just going to use the robes. And our weight's at 36. Yeah, we're just going to use the robes. We're not going to bother upgrading armor right now. We're just going to use the robes like we always do. They're just really good. I think this gold hem stuff is super underrated. It's just really, really good. Well, on that note, we can upgrade this shield. Well, that was just such a waste. That was such a waste. That really did nothing for us. Its stability is the same. It just hits harder when I smash people with it, which I will never ever do. Awesome. I'm so glad we did that. I am, though, actually glad that we upgraded our sword, because now our sword is big time. Big time damage. What's the composite bow look like? Cool. All right. Let go. So now we're going to fight the Four Kings. The Four Kings is not my favorite boss fight. Oh shit, though. We need to do a thing, actually, real quick. We do need to restore our humanity, because we are going to be visited by an old friend. Friend that we didn't see too much of, but all the time she spent with us was pretty great. We need to get our vitality up to 40 and our dexterity to 20. We do have some leveling still that we need to do. Not much of it, honestly. We're pretty decked out. Alright, Lego. The reason I don't like this upcoming boss, and it's not that it's bad or that it's cheap or that it's the bed of chaos, it's that it's kind of a damage race. It plays out as just kind of a rush to get a murder done real quick, and it's, in that regard, it's not like a fun fight that you're dodging and rolling around and shit like that. It really is just that you're smashing this boss's face until he stops moving. This is actually why we're taking Power Within. Is for this upcoming boss. Humanity. All right. Boom. These guys do not stand a chance against a backstab from a plus 15 Zweihander. They just don't. They just don't. Come on, dude. I want you to drop your shield for me. Because it's really cool. So there was a time I did one playthrough of this game where my build was Chester's outfit. Oh my goodness. Balder side sword and the dark hand. And I was able to get away with like very, very low stamina and still fast roll. And I was able to pump all my points into dexterity, and I just did an obnoxious amount of damage. Big sword, big swings. Big damage. Alright, so here's what we're here for. This is why we became human. So we need to do... Oh, Dark Hand? No. Titanite Slab, though. Amazing. That was such a good find. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to put on the Covenant of the Abyss, and we're going to put on our Grass Crest Shield. Because we need the stamina regen. And this... Witch Beatrice. Do you remember when she absolutely beat the ever-loving shit out of the butterfly? Yeah, she can do that. But here, in this boss, maybe she's not going to beat the shit out of it so bad, but she's back. And she's better than ever. So, she has a bad habit of getting stuck. Here, just on, like, ghosts and not falling into the fight. You kind of got to take it slow. See, like, she's aggroed on a ghost right now. And she can't damage it. So, like, we need to. Alright, Beatrice, you good to go, girl? Yeah, you would not be too surprised to know that a lot of times Beatrice helping me has kind of failed because she just gets stuck. Alright, so we're going to use Power Within. I don't often use Power Within, so I don't know how amazing it's going to be. I don't even know how good I'm going to be at using it. It is going to drain my health slowly. Alright, here's the bottom. I'm going to top off. Boom. So now if we were ever to take off our... If we were to ever take off our Covenant of Artorias, we would just die. Oh, that's a grab attack. I might just die right here. Oh, come on. Can you not? So did I mention this is the Four Kings fight? So the reason this is a damage race is because if you don't damage these guys fast enough, they just overwhelm you. Where's the next one? Shit. Is there a fourth king somewhere? There he is. So the cool thing about this boss is they don't spawn in relation to health. It's a timer. So you can, if you do enough damage, only fight 3 kings. And if you have very little damage, you can actually fight more than 4. It's timed so that you really are only going to be fighting 4. But it's possible to fight significantly more than that. We get 4 humanity for it. And 60,000 souls. Warp. Going back to Firelink. I'm actually going to run to the restroom really quickly. But that is the 4 kings. That's the second Lord Soul. Making progress. Alright, we're back. So, there's 2 more Lord Souls. We can go down and fight Nito, or we can go to fight... oh my god, what is his name? Seath. For some reason, I forgot his name. Alright, so we're gonna switch out our cool new shield. Yeah, fast rolling like a boss. Okay. Let's go fight Nito. Attune Magic. Do we have... We don't have the stats necessary to cast Light. That's frustrating. We can, however, pull out our... I think we passed it. Skull Lantern. So we can do that whenever we need to. We're going to go back down to the depths. Actually, since we already beat Pinwheel, how far down can we go? The Tomb? No, the Abyss. These depths, Undead Pair. Is there really not any... Chamber of the Princess, Darkmoon Tomb. The Abyss is the Abyss. Daughter of Chaos. Ulasil. Chasm of the Abyss. What's the difference between the Abyss and Chasm of the Abyss? We're going to test this out. Is this literally like where we fought... Yeah, kind of wild how we're apparently okay. Cool, in case we ever wanted to come here. You know, we know how to get there. Darkmoon Tomb? Is that... Or is that in Anne Orlando? That's Anne Orlando. So we just got to go back. That's fine. That's not a problem. This guy's sleeping. NBD. So we are going to destroy these skeletons. Yeah, 1 weak attack. Good night. He fell apart, and it's because I hit the ground near him. That's how hard I hit the ground. What a boss. Excuse me, video game? Video game? We're gonna do this. We can make it. We can make it. Okay, cool. So we can, I'll kind of show off the speedrun tech. We don't have, like, we have killed all of the necromancers, so we don't necessarily have to do that again. Obviously, if we just kill the skeletons, they're going to die. But I do want to show off the speedrun strat. So if you're speedrunning through this area, and there actually are reasons to do exactly that, you can come up here and roll down right... I actually might miss it. No, I didn't. Oh my god, and I'm barely alive. And you can... I believe there's a second fall that you can make. Thank you for elucidating that for me, skeleton. And yeah, there we go. Bone wheels, so they're the worst in the world. Hey, stop rolling. I'm a little bit concerned, but I think we're going to be okay. This is where we fought Pinwheel, if you recall, that boss that was terrifyingly easy, just because he's got such low health. So, we're not going to be able to make it too far down here, just because it's a relatively long area. But we will definitely make some progress. You know what we should do? There we go. Tomb of the Giants. Oh, hey, buddy. Did you just get one shot? Are you a giant skeleton that just got one shot? Do we have a plus 15 sword? Yeah, we do. It's pretty monstrous. Is our shield so beastly that you bounce off of it and then I can just sword you to death in one shot? Yeah. Yes to both. Are we an absolute monstrosity in this area right now? A third time, yes. That guy. So if you are familiar with Dark Souls, you know what's about to happen. You know what button I'm about to hit. Actually, no, we're not. There's not going to be an... Okay. Just kidding. Hey, buddy. I do? Is it because of the bug I'm wearing on my head? He asked if I'm a cleric. He doesn't like clerics. But we're not a cleric, so that's okay. A fine stash of treasure down in that hole. We're friends, so I'll split it. Well, okay. You mean over here? Look at all that treasure. I say, receiving a boot in my ass. Yeah, we got tricked by Patches. So, there's a skull lantern in case we did not have one. So if you recall, the hey, there's the maiden. She made it pretty far, right? Careful, there are two fierce hollows. They were once my brave knights. Wait a second, is she saying that those two knights that, oh my god, they're hollow. Boom. I have got bad news for you, sir. I'm about to whoop your whole ass with this big old sword. You banished them. Pains me to think. Yep. So she's going to give me replenishment, which is a miracle. And that's going to allow me to heal. If I had been taking any faith on this character, which I have not. An interesting tactic to deal with Vince and Nico. I do believe the bone pillars up here can damage them. So if you can kind of lure them into the bone pillars, you can kind of get them to do your dirty work. If you have a plus 15 weapon by this point, there's no such thing as needing somebody else to do your dirty work. Even a dexterity weapon, by this point in the game, if you have a plus 15 anything, you're just whooping the shit out of all the things. I mean, there's just very little that can stop you. Oh, hey. That was rude. So we're going to check out this area. This is normally an area I don't go to. Because it's, it's a notoriously difficult area with a lot of strong enemies that, yeah, see, they just kind of hang out. Oh, that's funny. If I pull out my skull lantern, my little headlight goes away. Interesting. I had no idea about that, actually. So we're going to pull out our composite bow. We're going to piss this one off, too. We're going to try to get a triple kill here. Or a quadruple kill, actually. We're going to need to do better than that. So you see why people don't normally come here? Ow. Big skeletons. Soul of a brave warrior. And again, these little soul items act as kind of a commentary. I mean, for you to drop down here and deal with all these guys makes you pretty brave. Large divine ember. That would be how you make occult weaponry. Which is particularly powerful weapons to defeat the gods. Funny that you would find it here in Seath's domain, the land of the dead. A weapon to defeat gods. Oh, I thought that was going to hit me right in the side. I can slide down here and grab that. And we're gonna. We have a big sword. We can trade hits pretty damn well. Some Eyes of Death. Those are actually a covenant item. Large Soul of Proud Knight. Oh, actually we need to drop down and grab these. Another Large Soul of a Proud Knight. Okay. So now that we have successfully navigated our way out of that little trap that Patches set for us, let's go confront him and ask him just what in the hell that man was thinking. Because we have a bone to pick with Mr. Patches. Hey there, guy. What's that about? You didn't mean it. Alright, fine. So we just kind of forgive him. He actually becomes a vendor at the Firelink Shrine. These are the bone dogs. They're obnoxious, but we can kill them in one shot, so they're less obnoxious. So one of the things that I wanted to show specifically, because I do have a source of light, and obviously we're going to keep wearing this so we can see. But one thing that the Skull Lantern does in particular, if you'll notice, it actually illuminates these little glowing spots. This is just the Skull Lantern that does this. No other form of light does it. If you'll notice, I put this away, and they disappear after a few seconds. But the Skull Lantern in particular, you know, the skull that the necromancers use, illuminates the path downward. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Where it stands, we're going to be kind of exploring a little bit, so we're not going to need the direct path down. You can also see another bonfire down there as well. I'm going to backstab this guy. We do not possess a parry. Black Knight Halberd, nice. I want to deal with this archer. Of course it did. So there are some... I don't know them off the top of my head, but there are some pretty slick drops to do here that will take you right into the next area, but we're just going to kind of take it slow. These bone dogs suck, so we really don't want to catch one before it notices us. I like getting the drop on them. Hitting with a plunging attack right there for the kill is just the best way to do it. So down this path leads us to, I believe this is the Curse Ward shield. The Effigy shield. Sorry. This is a cool, cool small shield. Or not a small shield, I'm sorry. It's I think it's a mid shield. No, it is a small shield. It, yeah, it defends very well against lightning in particular. It has a faith requirement. I believe it has a... Does it do a spell parry? I'm actually not sure about that. That might be why there's a faith requirement. But either way, it's very, very good shield for lightning. We probably won't be using it because obviously we have the Cleansing Great Shield, and that's pretty much the best for everything other than physical. There's some little bone dog right there. Excuse me, big guy. So one thing I do want to point out is that there is a hidden bonfire in this area. Whether or not you hate this area or not is dependent on whether or not you know about that bonfire. If you do not know about that bonfire, you probably think this is one of the worst areas ever. Because these bone dogs are truly no joke. I mean... We can kind of trivialize them with this heavy weapon, but they really are a pain in the ass to fight otherwise. White Titanite chunk right there. If you'll notice, that attack traded. Still did 50% of my health. I mean, he barely hit me. It was not the best situation. So yeah, we're moving primarily vertically. So you can probably imagine there are some pretty slick jumps. But I'm just going to kind of show off the entirety of the area. Alright. It's not a far fall. We can just drop. That way we're not locked in the ladder animation. For short drops, I tend to just fall. Especially if I think there's an enemy at the bottom. So we can switch back now. We're not in a dark area anymore, I don't believe. We do have somebody in particular that we need to meet here. It's this crystal lizard. Paladin Leroy. So if you are aware of the old World of Warcraft Leroy Jenkins video, this is 100% a reference to that. 100% a reference to that. And that will be evident, I believe, in Grant or Sanctus. Which one is... Sanctus actually is a really cool shield. It gives you a little bit of HP recovery. Legendary weapon of the Way of White, granted to an undead paladin long ago. Powers all but faded. Provides only slight HP recovery. What about Sanctus? Which is that big mace he had. Where are you, Sanctus? No, I need, I don't need Sanctus. I need the big... His mace. I probably just passed it. Grant, there it is. Laser weapon, Way White. Massive iron can only be lifted by those with inhuman strength, but it is blessed and very effective against agents of dark. Inhuman strength, 50 strength. Does good physical, good magic damage. Split damage type, though, not the best. Sanctus is a cool shield, though, because it gives you gradual HP recovery. It is one of the only non-spell effects that can do that. That is not a common effect. So it's very, very cool. Very, very worth it. Definitely something we might take advantage of at some point. Not sure if we're going to go into a lot of new game cycles in this with this character or what. I don't believe we will, because we have Dark Souls 2 and 3 to get through as well. But if we were doing a lot more content, we might use the Sanctus. Because in addition to being the HP recovery, it's actually not a bad shield. I mean, 70 fire, 50 lightning, 95 physical, 51 stability is not terrible. And just gradual HP recovery is really helpful. It's actually a really good shield. So this, we're actually going to fight a lot of mini pinwheels. It's... And one of the best sources of humanity in the game. Little skeleton babies. Is this a weird enemy? 100%. At one point in time, this was pretty much the best source of humanity, were these little baby skeletons. You kind of ran around and let them mass up, and you just slaughtered all of them. And they have a not terrible drop rate for humanity. So, and they kind of follow you around, so they're easy to farm. Don't deal hardly any damage, if I recall correctly. Hey, there's one. See, a little humanity. Thanks, buddy. You're the best. So I actually don't know if there's a limit to how many of these guys spawn. I kind of want to just do a lap real quick and see. Just really draw a lot of them out. Excuse me, little babies. Doesn't seem like there is. I mean, we're more getting up. So, doesn't seem like there's a limit. There might be. You know, correct me if I'm wrong. So, we are going to actually switch weapons momentarily. One, we're going to switch to Sanctus to show off the healing properties. We don't meet the stat requirements, but you see a very, very slow healing. We're going to switch to... We're not going to do this. We're not going to sit here with Sanctus on. We're going to keep our Cleansing Great Shield on. We're going to switch our offhand to... I hope we can still fast roll with this. Our Claymore that we made to kill skeletons. If you recall, earlier in the game, we made a Claymore specifically to kill skeletons. The Divine Claymore +5. Damn it, we can't fast roll. So we're gonna... What we're gonna do with this is in this boss, there's a couple of skeletons that accompany the boss, and we're gonna try to kill him, kill the skeletons first for good. Oh, goodness. Because these skeletons will just keep getting up if we don't do this. Oh, I gotta learn that timing. Oh, he got me. Let go, 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 let go. Wow, it didn't really hurt me at all. Oh, God. All right. So now it's just me and Nito. And when Nito's all by himself, he's not particularly threatening. He's not all that powerful without his buddies. Get chopped up. And that's another Lord Soul. Drink to it. Gravelord Nito, the first of the dead. So we're going to do a couple things real quick. One, we're going to light this bonfire. Two, we're going to rest to reload the area. And, oh, I think we might have to actually quit out to do that. We are going to do that. We're going to re-equip our stuff real quick. Get our equipment back to where we expect it to be. Pyromancy Flame plus 10. We do need to upgrade that a little bit. So we're going to quit out real quick. And there should be... We might have to leave the area and come back. I don't know... Oh, there it is. A corpse. And that is Paladin Leroy's stuff. Let's see here. Let's see if we can get some more lore about Paladin Leroy. We go the way where I've seen the first undead Paladin gold armor, legendary treasures, the Grand Sanctus Leroy set out for Lordron, first undead mission of the Way of White. I want to see if there's any lore that talks about the video. Paladin golden armor. I think... Yeah, there might not be any lore. This is most definitely a reference, though, to Leroy Jenkins. Alright, so we are going to level up. Get 2 more points in health. Little bit of boost there. Our stats are looking very nice. We're going to warp back to Firelink Shrine. We might grab a level in attunement really quickly. What would it cost us to level up? Oh, about 2 grand more. We have a ton of soul items. We haven't used hardly any. No. This gets us to 42. Yeah, okay. We're good. Level up. Alright, so we get 1 more spell slot. We can attune 1 more bit of magic, and for that, we are going to attune Poison Mist. I like having Poison Mist. There are a lot of situations where you can cheese enemies with poison. So, it is a little early, but we are going to go ahead and call it. Actually, we can teleport back to Anor Londo and make our way into the start of the Archives. That is the final area left, is the Archives. We have 1 Lord Soul left to acquire. We have... where are they? We have the Soul of Nito, the Soul of the 4 Kings, Gwyn, the Lord Soul, and the Soul of the Chaos Witches. So, the last one, we're going to head back to the Dark Moon Tomb. And yeah, once we get to the start of that area is where we're going to call it for the evening. Because I don't want to start a new area right now, for obvious reasons. But also, we're pretty much there. Can we warp to Anor Londo and just warp to that dead bonfire? I feel like we can. Yeah, we can. This is going to be way faster. So, think about this bonfire. We cannot rest at it and warp from it. Like, it can do nothing. We can simply warp to this location. And it is because we murdered the Bonfire Keeper. Sorry, not sorry. Also because we have dispelled the illusion of Anor Londo. The golems that were guarding the this area are now gone. The entire area of Anne Orlando is actually empty. There are no enemies left in all of Anne Orlando, with the exception of those 2 Dark Moon Knights, or Blades of the Dark Moon. They're just the only ones that are still there now that the illusion's been dispelled. So kind of going further confirming that the gods weren't exactly being 100% honest with you. And that maybe they're not being 100% honest with you at all about your whole mission. That's kind of the feeling you're supposed to be getting at this point. Is that maybe the gods aren't all that nice. Maybe, maybe they're up to something. So, that having been said, guys, we're going to leave on that. We're at the entrance to the Duke's Archives, and that is where we're going to be going next time. We're nearing the end of the game. It's coming very, very close to Dark Souls 2 time. Yeah, I'm actually really excited because I played a lot of Dark Souls 2 when it came out. But since then, I haven't touched it. Of Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3, 2 is probably the one I'm least familiar with for that reason. 3 is the one I play casually now. Dark Souls 1 I've obviously played a ton of. It was totally timeless, and I've played it since beating 2. But 2 I played the hell out of. I beat Scholar of the First Sin once, and then I never touched it. 2 actually kind of has a special place for me because 2 was the only Dark Souls game where I played all of the DLC on release. And what I mean by on release is, if you know how the Dark Souls 2 DLC works, there's a big-ass door. And when the DLC released, it opened. And all the players flooded in. And they tried to beat the area as fast as they could. I mean, it was wild. It was absolutely absurd. There were summon signs. People were having duels all over the place. There was constant there were co-op signs everywhere. I mean, the area was alive, which was crazy because you were the only one there, but there were little signs popping up and blood stains popping up everywhere. It was super cool. So I actually really look forward to revisiting those areas and revisiting those memories. So yeah. I don't know exactly what we're going to be doing in Dark Souls 2 build-wise. I want to do something with Power Stance because it's a cool Dark Souls 2 specific mechanic, but I'm not sure. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Either way, guys, my name is Jacob, otherwise known as JayJax. We are one Lord Soul away from challenging Lord Gwyn and maybe linking the fire. I don't really know. So thank you guys so very much for watching. Take care and see you next time.